Welcome back. Now we learned by asking the two questions we can identify where someone sits in the behavior matrix. Formal or informal, dominant or flows with. Now as I go through the formal behavior styles, directors and clarifiers, I'm going to paint them into the extreme so it's easiest to see, understanding that there are different degrees of directors and clarifiers and so forth. So please do not take offense if I say something you're like, that's not me or that's not them. Well gosh, we don't have all of one behavior style in us. Where I want to look is where are they most dominantly most of the time. Let's talk about our directors, our dominant formal behavior style. Now in clothing they're going to show up formal, stylish. Even if it's a casual day, everything is well put together and they appreciate quality. They appreciate the name, the brand name of whatever they are wearing. Body language, it's eye contact. They're going to lead typically slightly more with their shoulders because they've got things to do. They're more of a formal handshaker. These are sometimes the people who are going to declare dominancy in that handshake. For them, it's not okay to be vulnerable. They'll always show their strength first. In the language, it's direct, clear communication. They're typically leading the conversation. Now, characteristics of a director. They take charge. They love directing people. They love getting the job done. They're very purpose, goal, or task-oriented, and quicker to make decisions. They're going to use the quickest way possible from A to B, and holding all the while quality. They're proper, they're more precise, they're more exact. In a conversation, they will be seen, they will be heard. They tend to be strong-willed, more dominant. They're going to introduce themselves first, ask you who you are. They're going to be to the point and can sometimes be a little bit more untrusting. They're mostly communicating the message of, I'm okay, I'm strong, I am powerful. This is where you'll see them in their greeting. Also in their phone message, hello, my name is Douglas Castillo. I'm the head facilitator for Business Minds Research and Development. To the point, what their title is, credibility. That's a little bit in on our directors. Now to my clarifiers, my formal flows with. Now in our clothing choices, it's much more tucked in, shoes laced up, a holster for our phone. It's balanced, everything looks like it's in place. Body language, typically avoiding contact, eye contact a little bit more a tense and proper stance, much more formal handshake. They're going to keep their distance, observing you to assess who you are and collect as much data as possible. And for them, it's also not okay to be vulnerable. Language. Now as they communicate, they're going to be much more slow talking. They're going to pause. They're going to think before they talk. Characteristics of a clarifier. They're the organizers. They're exact. They're much more detail-oriented. A lot more questions they're going to be asking. They're going to gather information. They're much more cautious. Their thoughts are well planned out. They analyze everything. Much slower to make decisions. Much more resistance to change. Risk adverse, reserved, slow going. Much more uptight at times, proper, and not open to new ideas unless it's found on information. Their greeting, hello, my name is Douglas, this is what I do. In their phone message, they may not state their name, they may just state their phone number and leave a message after the tone. This is to the point, hey, just checking to make sure you called the right number. Now we've just talked about the characteristics and how to identify the directors and the clarifiers in our lives. What I'd like to challenge you to do is recognize these traits, the director and clarifier traits, in the people around you. In the next video, we're going to take a look at the more informal behavior styles, the promoters and the supporters. We'll see you there.